Let me zoom out here. I wrote, this is the formula we'll need for number 14, which is the formula from 5-6. But I wanted to go ahead and have it on there. Want everybody, we're going to use a lot of tables in this one. They want us to basically find the compound interest. Number 3 says on March 3rd, Raul Avila deposited $10,000 in a savings account that pays 5.5% interest, compounded daily until June 21st. Okay. If you look, everyone open to A10, you have got a lapse timetable. Okay?
Is this 5-6?
It's 5-7.
5-7.
Okay, this is a lapse timetable. What you do is it's the day number, you know, what is December 31st? The 365th day of the year. You take where you're going to and subtract the day you started, the day number you started. So they said we started at what? March 3rd. So that's, isn't that what they said here? That's day number what? 62? So March 3rd is day 62. Okay? June 21st, I go June, and then I go to 21, go over, it's what? 172. So this is day 172. So our number of days would be 172 minus 62, which is 110 days. Okay? Now, they want us to find the interest. Well, we've got to use the table here that if you'll notice, at 5.5% interest compounded daily for 365-day a year, amount for $1. So, how many days do we say we're doing here? 110 days. Okay, 110 days, that would be right here, compounded daily at 5.5%. There's your key number right there, 1.01670. So you take that number, 1.01670. You take that number and you multiply it times how much you deposited, which was how much here? 10,000. Okay? And that'll be how the amount you have right now. But now I subtract, they want to know what? The compound interest, so I just subtract 10,000 from that, and what do you get? Put that into your calculator. Because they want to know how much you made, the interest. So you subtract what you put in. You need to put parentheses around. Do one of them and then subtract 1,000. Okay, so that's your answer there. Number 14 is harder because all the other problems in the section, we can use up. Brianna, hand that up to her, please. Are at 5.5%. However, number 14, oops, don't worry about it. I'll get it here in a little bit. Number 14 says we're going to do, it's a challenge problem, says we're going to do 7.3%. Okay? Now, that's our interest rate, and it's annual. It says that our time period, well, we'll just read. It says, use compound interest formula from lesson 5.6 to find the interest of $20,000, 7.3 compounded daily from June 15th to October 15th. So we're going from June 15 to October 15. So I need to find what number, you guys find it now. You tell me what day of the year is June 15th. What number? Turn to A10.
166.
June 15th is 166th. Okay, so that's day 166. What is October 15th? What day is it?
288.
So to find my days, I'm going to go 288, and I'm going to subtract what?
166.
And that gives me what? 122 days. So, but what does that mean? That in this formula is n, the number of periods. So n is 122 because a period is a day, correct? So I have n for this formula. Now I need r. Well, how am I going to find the interest rate? That's rate per period in this formula from 5-6.
365?
Well, I'm going to take .073 and I'm going to divide it by how many periods are in a year, because that's the annual rate. 365. So that's what my R is going to be to go right there. And then my principal is what? Principal is how much I invested, which is what? $20,000? Is that correct? Is that what they ask us? Yes. So I need to put all of that into this formula, and I need to see this formula. A is equal to, I'm going to put my principal here, $20,000, times 1.00 plus my interest rate, which is 0.073, divided by 365, all of that to 122nd power. Now, as we talked about before, that's kind of a tough equation. Okay? We're going to have an even tougher one tomorrow. But let's go ahead and I'm going to get out the calculator here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this part right in here. Okay, I'm going to figure out the parentheses. So the first thing I need to do is go 0.073, then divide it by what? 365. And I get and then I'm going to add what to that? Okay, and I get that. And then I'm going to take this number to, now that I've got all that inside figured out, I'm going to take it to the what? So I'm going to press the Y the X button, put 122 in, close my parentheses, see how I'm taking that to 122nd power, press equal, and I get that number. Then the only thing left to do, I figured all of that out, is now multiply times what? 20,000. As nice as it would be to just simply put it in, you still have to, sometimes trying to put all of that in at once is harder. You've got to know your order of operations and things like that, and where to put your parentheses. It can sometimes be pretty hard, so you're sometimes safer just pressing that equal button and either writing it down, you know, and doing piece by piece if you want to make sure you get it right. So what we get is $20,493.95. So what was our interest? How much did we make? We started with $20,000, so we made what? $93.95 in 122 days. That's not too bad, is it? Now, granted, you had $20,000 in there too. You had a big chunk of change in there. But as you would mount it, as things compound daily, you can make more money. Okay? Your assignment is numbers 1 through 14. We're going to write conditions, draw tables, and we are going to show all steps and work. I've been cutting down the assignments a little bit. That stops if you guys start giving me just answers. Show me your work. The littlest things. Prove to me you're doing it, that you understand the material. Okay? Grade and correct. Not enough people are grading and correct, at least the odds. Then if you have time, you can use my book up here and sit up here at the desk and grade the evens. Okay?